Get ready for cargo shots from the Strait Times, presented by Hactl. Here's a weekly roundup of the latest air freight and logistics news.
Boeing has made a major announcement to halt 767 freighter production and reduce its workforce by 17,000. Meanwhile, Embraer has achieved FAA certification for the E190F. What lies ahead for the program? What is HACTL's new policy and what does it focus on? Stay tuned with us as we discuss the top headlines of this week. I am Rajoshi Chatterjee and you're watching Cargo Shots presented by Hactl. Boeing to halt 767 freighter production and reduce workforce by 17,000. Boeing has announced plans to cease production of 767 freighters after fulfilling the remaining customer orders, with the commercial program scheduled to conclude in 2027. Additionally, the company stated that the next generation freighter, the 777-8F, will not be available for commercial use until 2028. In a message, Kelly Ortberg, President and CEO of Boeing, announced plans to reduce the workforce by 10%, equating to 17,000 positions. Boeing is expected to report pre-tax earnings charges of $3 billion related to the 777X and 767 programs when announcing the third quarter of 2024 results on 23rd October. Embraer E190F receives FAA certification. Embraer's E190 freighter has been fully certified by the Federal Aviation Administration. The FAA certified the passenger-to-freighter conversion by Embraer and the cargo loading system developed by US Cargo Systems in September. The E-Jets freighters, including the E190F and E195F, were introduced in 2022. According to Embraer, E-Jets converted to freighters will have over 40% more volume capacity, 3 times the range of large cargo turboprops, and up to 30% lower operating costs than larger narrowbodies. In July this year, Embraer's E190 freighter conversion was certified by Brazil's National Civil Aviation Agency, while the ESS certification is expected later this year. HACTL's new policy emphasizes the promotion of sustainable aviation fuel. Hactl has expressed its strong backing for the initiatives highlighted in the Chief Executive's recent policy address, which aims to strengthen Hong Kong's reputation as a premier air cargo hub. The address specifically advocates for the industrial development of sustainable aviation fuel, the expansion of the city's aviation network, and the growth of local logistics sector. Wilson Kwong, Chief Executive of Hactl, emphasized that the company has been an early adopter of green fuels, robotics, and artificial intelligence, underscoring its focus on incorporating innovative technologies into its operations. Challenge Group completes B767 conversion program. Challenge Group has completed its Boeing 767 conversion program by deploying 2 newly converted Boeing 767-300 freighters. The addition of new freighters registered as 9H-CAD and 9H-CAH increases Challenge Group's fleet of Boeing 767-300 BDSF aircraft to 4, raising the total number of operational aircraft to 10. According to the Challenge Group, the added capacity enabled the launch of a new service to Delhi in early October, complementing the 3 existing weekly flights to Mumbai. This brings the total number of weekly flights to India to 5. Qatar Airways Cargo and Qatar Post signed cooperation agreement. Qatar Airways Cargo and Qatar Post, which is the national provider of postal services in Qatar, have signed a cooperation agreement to enhance their partnership in postal activities and mail transportation to and from Doha. The agreement is designed to efficiently address customer needs in line with International Postal Union standards and reflect the ongoing collaboration between both parties to improve logistical infrastructure. This facilitates effective coordination in the transportation and delivery of postal shipments. The agreement also covers competitive rates specifically designed for postal shipments transported by Qatar Airways cargo to Qatar Post. Air freight market braces for challenging year-end peak season. According to a report by Xeneta, the air freight market is bracing for a challenging year-end peak season. Rising freight rates are driven by increased demand from e-commerce in China and ongoing disruptions from the Red Sea crisis. Xeneta reports that the global air cargo capacity is already 4 percentage points higher than last year, with rates from Asia Pacific up 25 to 40%. With expected surges in freight rates, airlines are set to redeploy capacity to more profitable routes, as seen with Qatar Airways and Air France KLM cancelling flights to Latin America in favor of Asian routes. The report mentions that this shift in capacity will result in reduced air cargo capacity to and from Latin America and Africa, benefiting Asian markets but negatively impacting shippers on secondary corridors, leading to likely inflationary effects on air freight rates. Thank you for joining us on this week's Cargo Shots. Stay updated by hitting the subscribe button on our YouTube channel and by visiting www.stattimes.com for daily news updates. We'll be back next week with a new episode of Cargo Shots featuring more interesting stories.
You've been watching Cargo Shots from the Start Times, presented by Hactl. See you next week with more updates from the air cargo and logistics industry.